Hi everyone, listen to me. This is your wake-up call, and I don't care how comfortable you've gotten in your excuses, because I'm here to shake you out of that comfort and push you to look at your life with clear eyes, because there comes a moment when you have to stop pretending that everything will fix itself and realize that nothing changes until you decide to change. And I mean truly decide, not in your head for a few minutes when you watch a video, but in the quiet moments when no one is looking, when you're tired, when you're scared, when you feel like everything is too heavy. That is the moment you need to remember this wake-up call. Because you have one life, and it's not waiting for you to get ready. It's not waiting for you to feel good enough. It's moving forward with or without you. And if you don't get up now, you will watch days turn into years, and your dreams will turn into regrets. And I don't want that for you. So take this as your sign to get up, to stop blaming your past, to stop blaming your parents, your circumstances, your pain, your fear, your distractions, because the only way out is forward. And today, right now, is the moment you need to stand up and fight for your future. Are you tired of feeling stuck, tired of waking up and feeling that heavy weight on your chest? Because deep down you know you're meant for more, but you feel like you're walking through mud, trying to move but getting nowhere, watching others move forward while you stand still, and it hurts, doesn't it? It hurts to know you are capable of more, but you aren't living it. And let me tell you something, you don't have to stay stuck, but you do have to get honest with yourself. You have to look at your habits, your choices, the people you let speak into your life, the way you spend your days, because the feeling of being stuck is often your spirit telling you that you are living below what you know you should be doing. And that discomfort you feel is a sign that you are ready for more, ready to move, ready to fight, and you need to use that discomfort to push yourself out of where you are. Because the pain of staying stuck will always be worse than the fear of moving forward. Does success feel like it's for everyone except you? Like you see people online or in your circle, getting opportunities, making progress, living the life you dream about, while you're sitting there wondering why it's not happening for you, wondering if you're just unlucky, wondering if you're just not meant for it. But let me tell you something. Success is not something that belongs to a chosen few. It's not reserved for people with special gifts or perfect circumstances. It's for those who are willing to take what they have and do something with it. Those who are willing to keep moving when it's hard. Those who are willing to fail, to learn, to adjust, to grow. And if you're sitting there thinking it's not for you, you need to understand that thought is a wall you've built around yourself. And you can break it down today, because success starts with you deciding that it is for you, that you are done watching others live while you shrink yourself, and it's time to get up and take what's meant for you. No fluff, no sugarcoating, just truth, because the truth is what will set you free from the lies you've been telling yourself about why you can't move forward. The truth is you are not stuck because of your circumstances alone. You are stuck because of the choices you continue to make every day. The truth is you have more power than you think, and you've been giving it away to your doubts, your distractions, your fear of what people will think. And I'm not here to tell you that it will be easy. I'm here to tell you that it will be worth it. And the truth is you don't need more motivation. You need to make a decision. You need to decide that you are done living on the sidelines of your own life. That you are done letting days slip by, that you are done letting fear tell you what you can and can't do. Because when you face the truth, you can change, you can grow, and you can build the life you know you are meant to live. But you have to be willing to face the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is. The only keys you'll ever need to win in life are already within you, and they aren't locked behind some secret door you need permission to open. They aren't waiting for you to find the perfect moment or the perfect plan. They are waiting for you to decide to use them. And those keys are your discipline, your environment, your belief in yourself, your daily actions, and your willingness to keep going when you feel like stop. Because life is not about waiting for someone to hand you what you want. It's about reaching inside yourself and using what you have to build what you need. It's about showing up on the days you don't feel like it, choosing growth over comfort, and reminding yourself every single day that you have what it takes. You just need to start using it. Stay with me, because this will change how you see your future. And I'm not saying that lightly. I'm telling you that if you take what you hear today and apply it, your life will not look the same 6 months from now, a year from now, because once you understand that you have the keys, once you understand that you don't need permission, that you don't need to wait, that you don't need to have it all figured out, you will stop holding yourself, and you will start seeing that your future is not something that happens to you, it's something you create every day, by the choices you make, by the habits you build, by the thoughts you allow, and if you stay with me, you will leave with the mindset, the focus, and the strength you need to stop surviving and start living, to stop hoping and start moving, to stop dreaming and start building, because your future is waiting, and it's time for you to step into it. Let me tell you something about success, and I need you to really hear that, because too many people walk around with a fog in their minds, thinking success is some distant prize they hope to stumble upon one day. But that is not how it works, and it never will, because success doesn't show up for those who wait. It shows up for those who wake up and decide to do something about their lives, who decide to stop making excuses, and start taking action, who stop blaming everything around them, and take a hard look in the mirror and realize that they are the key to changing everything. Most people have it all wrong, and that's why they stay stuck. That's why they keep spinning in circles, waking up day after day wondering why nothing changes, why they keep feeling empty, why their dreams keep slipping further away. And it's because they are looking at success like it's a lottery, hoping for the right day, the right break, the right mood, but that's not how success comes. It doesn't care about what you hope for if you're not willing to work for it. And most people spend so much time talking about what they're going to do, waiting for the perfect conditions, instead of taking even one small step forward, and that's why they never see the life they say they want. They think it's talent, connections, or luck. They think it's something outside of them, something they need to wait for, or something they need someone else to hand to them. But let me tell you, talent without effort is wasted. Connections without action lead nowhere, and luck means nothing if you're not prepared to use it. While they sit around waiting for the perfect conditions, or the perfect timing, or for someone to notice them, the people who are moving forward are the ones who are willing to take what they have and do what they can with it. Because while you're waiting for everything to line up, someone else is out there using what little they have and making it enough to take the next step. None of that matters if you don't control this. And when I say this, I'm talking about the choices you make every single day. I'm talking about the way you spend your time when nobody is watching, the way you respond when you feel tired, when you feel like quitting, when things don't go your way, because that's what determines whether you move forward or stay where you are. And you can have all the talent in the world, you can know all the right people, you can get every opportunity handed to you. But if you don't have the discipline to show up, to keep pushing, to do the work that nobody sees, all of it will slip through your hands, and you will watch others pass you by while you wonder why you're still stuck. Trying to succeed without discipline is like driving a car with no engine. You can sit in that car all day, you can have the nicest paint, the best tires, you can sit there and dream about all the places you want to go, but you're not going anywhere without what actually makes it move. And that's what discipline is for your dreams. It's what moves you when you don't feel like moving. It's what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's what pushes you to keep showing up, to keep putting in the work, to keep taking steps forward even when it feels like progress is slow. Because discipline is what turns dreams into reality. It's what separates those who wish from those who live. And if you want to go anywhere, you need to stop pretending that motivation alone will get you there and start building the discipline that will carry you when nothing else. If you're waiting for someone to save you, you'll be waiting forever, because nobody is coming to rescue you from your problems. Nobody is going to hand you the life you want. Nobody is going to knock on your door and tell you it's time to get up and chase what matters. And I'm telling you this because you need to stop looking around for someone to push you, for someone to believe in you, before you believe in yourself, because this is your life, and if you keep waiting for someone to fix it for you, you will watch your days slip by while nothing changes. You will look back one day and wish you had realized sooner that you were the one you were waiting for all along. Are you ready to hear what really matters? Are you ready to stop letting the noise distract you? To stop letting fear hold you back? To stop letting your doubts steal your day? Because what matters is what you do, not what you think about doing, not what you talk about doing, but what you actually get up and do. And if you're ready, stay with me, because we're just getting started, and what comes next can change everything if you let it. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going, and that's the simple truth most people ignore when they wonder why they keep falling off every plan they make. Because motivation will get you excited, it will get you fired up for a day, maybe a week, but what happens when the excitement fades, when the day feels heavy, when the bed feels warm and your goals feel far, that's where discipline steps in. Because discipline is the decision to keep moving even when you don't feel like it. It's what separates those who try for a moment from those who keep showing up until they see results. And if you truly want to change your life, you need to understand that it's not about how fired up you are today, it's about whether you will keep going tomorrow and the next day, and even when nobody is clapping for you, even when it feels hard, because that's how you win. Discipline when you're tired, discipline when you're scared, discipline when you feel like quitting, because that's when it matters most. That's when you build the strength that lasts. And I know it's easy to push when you feel good, when the sun is shining and everything feels light, but that's not where growth happens. Growth happens in the moments you feel heavy, when you're exhausted and your mind tells you to rest, when fear creeps in and tells you it's not worth it, when every part of you wants to stop. That's when you choose discipline. That's when you decide that your future is worth more than your comfort. Because every time you choose to show up, despite the tiredness, despite the fear, despite the urge to quit, you build the person you need to become to live the life you want. And if you only show up when it's easy, you will never build the strength to handle the challenges that will come. So remember, discipline isn't for the good days, it's for the days you need it most. Motivation is a spark, and discipline is the firewood that keeps the fire alive. And if you've ever sat by a fire, you know that a spark is beautiful. It's the start, but it's useless if you don't feed it. If you don't keep adding wood, if you don't protect it from the wind. And that's exactly how your dreams work. You can get excited, you can feel inspired, you can write down your goals and get hyped up about your future. But if you don't back that up with daily discipline, with the actions that keep your progress alive, that spark will fade, and you will be left in the dark wondering why you never moved forward. So don't fall in love with the spark alone. Fall in love with the daily work, the daily choices, the discipline that will keep your fire burning long after others have let theirs go out. Why discipline matters more than feelings is simple. Feelings will lie to you. They will tell you to wait until you feel ready, until you feel motivated, until you feel like it's the right time. And if you listen to those feelings, you will waste your life waiting for a day that will never come. Because feelings are temporary. They shift with the weather, with your sleep, with your mood. But discipline is a choice, a decision you make regardless of how you feel. And if you want to build a life you're proud of, you need to learn to act despite your feelings. To wake up and do what needs to be done even when you're tired, even when you're scared, even when it feels pointless. Because it's not about feeling like it, it's about doing it. And when you choose discipline over feelings, you take control of your future, instead of letting your temporary emotions steal your days. Real winners show up daily even when no one is watching. And that's what sets them apart. Not some magical talent, not some lucky break, but the simple decision to keep showing up, to keep putting in the work, to keep taking steps forward when nobody else sees it. Because it's easy to post your goals online, to talk about your dreams, to tell people what you're going to do, but it's what you do in the quiet moments that matters. It's waking up early to study, to train, to work on your craft when everyone else is asleep. It's practicing when you're tired. It's doing the hard work when it's not fun. There's no applause when nobody is telling you how great you are, because that's where real progress is made, in the unseen hours, in the small consistent actions that add up over time. And if you want to win in life, you need to become the person who shows up, no matter who is watching. Will you quit when it's hard, or will you show up anyway? Because that's the real question you need to ask yourself. If you're serious about changing your life, it's easy to talk about your dreams when everything feels good. But when life hits you, when challenges come and you feel like giving up, that's when your decision matters. And you need to decide now that you will not quit when it's hard, that you will not back down when you're tired, that you will not give up when it takes longer than you thought. Because showing up when it's hard is what will separate you from everyone else. It's what will build your strength, your skills, your confidence. And if you're waiting for the path to be easy, you will be waiting forever. So choose now. Will you quit when it's hard? Or will you show up anyway? The choice is yours. Discipline or regret. Because at the end of the day, you will live with the results of your choices. You will either look back and be thankful you kept going, thankful you chose to show up, thankful you pushed yourself, or you will look back and wish you had started sooner, wish you had stayed consistent, wish you had shown up even when you didn't feel like it. And you need to understand that discipline is not a punishment. It's a gift you give to your future self. It's the path that leads to the life you say you want. And regret is what you get when you choose what's easy now over what you truly want later. So today, you get to choose discipline or regret, and only you can make that choice. If you hang around negativity, you will breathe negativity, and that's the truth you need to face right now. Because you can't expect to grow, to push forward, to live with hope and energy, if you are surrounded by people who drain you, who complain about everything, who laugh at your dreams, who tell you it's impossible, who live stuck and want you to stay stuck with them. And every day you spend in that environment, you are breathing in their fear, their doubts, their excuses. And whether you realize it or not, it starts to shape how you think, how you speak, how you live. And if you want to change your life, you need to change what you are breathing in daily. You need to start protecting your environment, because it will either lift you up or pull you down. Who are you really spending your time with? And I mean really think about it. Because the people you let into your space will either push you towards your goals or keep you stuck where you are. And if you look around and see that you're surrounded by people who settle, who waste their days, who have no desire to grow, who talk about people instead of ideas, who make excuses instead of plans, you need to understand that you are soaking that in every single day, and it is shaping you in ways you don't even notice. And if you say you want to grow, you need to start spending time with people who are growing, people who challenge you, people who encourage you to level up, people who live with purpose, because your environment is a mirror, and you need to check who you are allowing in it. What are you feeding your mind every day? Because it's not just about the people you are around, it's about what you are letting into your thoughts, what you are listening to, what you are watching, what you are reading, what you are telling yourself in your head every day. And if you are filling your mind with negativity, with distractions, with fear, with mindless scrolling, with conversations that drain you, you will start to live out what you are feeding yourself. And you need to start guarding your mind, like your future depends on it. Because it does. You need to feed your mind with messages that build you, ideas that challenge you, words that encourage you. You need to remind yourself every day that you are capable, that you can grow, that you can because what you feed your mind is what you will live out in your actions and choices. Your environment is fertilizer or poison for your goals, and you need to decide what you are letting your goals grow in, because your dreams are like seeds. They need the right conditions to grow. They need encouragement, focus, discipline, and if your environment is filled with people who doubt you, with distractions that steal your time, with negativity that weighs you down, you are poisoning your goals before they even have a chance to grow. But if you choose to build an environment that supports you, that pushes you to show up, that challenges you to do more, that reminds you of what you are capable of, you will start to see your goals grow stronger. And it's not about having a perfect environment. It's about choosing what you allow in your space, choosing who you listen to, choosing what you spend your time on, because your environment will either help your goals grow or kill them slowly. And you need to decide which one you are choosing. Do it honestly, because if you don't take responsibility for what you allow around you, you will keep living stuck without understanding why. And this is about taking control. It's about looking at the people you spend time with and asking if they help you grow or if they keep you small. It's about looking at what you listen to, what you watch, what you read, and asking if it builds you or distracts you, because every input you allow in your life is either feeding your growth or feeding your doubt. And you can't just go through life passively letting anything and anyone into your mind and your space. If you are serious about your future, you need to clean up your environment. the same way you would clean your home if it was filled with trash, because your mind and your goals deserve a clean focus, supportive space to grow. You can't plant seeds in concrete and expect them to grow, and that's exactly what you are trying to do if you are surrounding yourself with negativity and distractions, while hoping your dreams will somehow grow strong in the middle of it. Because your goals need space, they need care, they need the right environment. And if you keep trying to build your future while holding on to the same circles, the same habits, the same distractions that have kept you stuck, you are planting your dreams, and you can't be surprised when nothing changes. So if you truly want to see your life grow, you need to dig up the concrete you've been trying to plant in. You need to create an environment where your goals have the room to take root, where your habits match your dream, where your daily choices align with where you want to go, because you can't keep living the same way and expect different results. Are you willing to walk alone so you can walk far later? Because sometimes the changes you need to make in your environment will require you to step away from people who are holding you back, to step away from distractions that everyone else is entertained by, to step away from conversations that lead nowhere, and that can feel lonely at first. But you need to understand that sometimes you have to walk alone so you can build the strength, the focus, and the habits you need to walk far in the future. Because you can't keep holding on to people and things that keep you stuck and expect to move forward. And the truth is, the people who are meant for your future will find you when you step into your purpose. But you to have the courage to walk alone, if that's what it takes to walk into the life you say you want. The world doesn't reward what you do sometimes, and you need to let that sink in if you are serious about changing your life. Because doing the work when you feel like it, showing up when it's convenient, putting in the effort only when you're in the mood, that is not going to get you anywhere worth going. And too many people live stuck because they think showing up once in a while is enough. They think that working hard for a week will make up for months of excuses. But it won't, because life doesn't give out rewards for trying for a moment and quitting when it gets hard. And if you want to see real change, you need to understand that your future will not be built by what you do sometimes. It will be built by what you do consistently, every single day. Rewards what you do all the time, because life pays attention to your patterns, not your moments of hype. And it's the small daily actions, the choices you make when no one is watching, the effort you give when you're tired, the focus you keep when distractions call your name, that's what builds the results you want. And if you look at anyone who has built something real, something strong, something that lasts, you will see that it wasn't about one big moment. It was about showing up over and over, doing the work over and over, choosing the hard things over and over. And that's why you need to stop asking for quick results and start asking yourself if you are willing to do the right things over and over until you see your life change, because that is how the world rewards you. But they are the difference between staying stuck and moving forward. Because most people will talk about what they want. They will plan, they will dream, they will get excited. But when it comes to actually showing up, they will find excuses, they will wait for the perfect time. They will stop when it gets hard. But if you want to change your life, you need to become the kind of person who shows up, no matter what. Who shows up when you're tired, who shows up when you're scared, who shows up when you don't feel like it. Because every time you show up, you take a step forward. You build your strength. You prove to yourself that you are not just talk, you are action. And if you keep showing up, your life will start to change in ways you never imagined. If you don't control consistency, inconsistency will control your result. And that's why so many people live frustrated, wondering why they never see progress. Because they go hard for a week and then disappear for a month. They give their best for a day and then quit when it feels uncomfortable. And they don't realize that inconsistency is stealing their results. Because inconsistency makes you start over again and again. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of frustration, and every time you stop, you lose the progress you made, and you have to fight to get back to where you were. And that's why consistency matters. It's not about being perfect, it's about not stopping. It's about showing up on the days you don't feel like it. It's about building a rhythm that your goals can grow in. Because if you don't take control of your consistency, your inconsistency will control your life and keep you stuck exactly where you are. Consistency is like brushing your teeth. You don't do it once and expect them to stay clean forever. And it's the same with your goals, your habits, your dreams. You can't expect to work hard one day and see your life transform. You can't expect to show up once and expect results to last. Because just like your health, your growth requires daily care. It requires daily effort. It requires you to keep showing up, to keep doing the small things that matter, even when they feel boring, even when you don't see instant results. Because that daily effort is what protects your progress, what keeps your dreams alive, what moves you forward. And if you can understand that small daily consistency is what builds big results, you will stop searching for quick fixes and start focusing on what you can do today to keep your goals alive. What are you willing to do every single day, even when it's boring? Because the truth is, the path to building the life you want is filled with repetition, with daily actions that may not feel exciting, but are necessary. And you need to ask yourself if you are willing to do those things, to keep practicing, to keep studying, to keep working on your skills, to keep making the right choices, even when nobody is cheering you on, even when it feels slow, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Because what you are willing to do every single day will shape your future. And if you are only willing to show up when it's exciting, you will live stuck. But if you can learn to embrace the boring days, the repetitive work, the daily grind, you will start to see your life change in ways you can't even imagine right now. Consistency builds momentum, creates confidence. Confidence drives success. And that's the chain you need to remember every day. Because when you are consistent, you start to build movement. You start to feel the shifts, you start to see small wins that add up. And that movement gives you confidence, reminds you that you can do this, that you are capable, that you can handle challenges. And that confidence fuels your actions. It pushes you to keep going, to keep taking bigger steps, to keep believing in your goals. And that is what drives success. Not luck, not talent alone, but the cycle of consistency, movement, confidence and action. So if you want to change your life, start by being consistent, and let that consistency build the confidence that will take you exactly where you want to go. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It will never come. And you need to hear this now, because so many people waste years of their lives waiting for everything to feel right, waiting for the fear to disappear, waiting for the timing to align. But the truth is, there will always be fear, there will always be uncertainty, and the longer you wait, the further your dreams slip away, and you will look back one day and realize you wasted your potential, because you kept telling yourself you would start tomorrow, you would take action later, you would wait until it felt easy. But there is no perfect moment coming to save you. There is only, and if you want to change your life, you need to stop waiting and start moving, because waiting is a decision to stay stuck, but action is a decision to grow. Winners take action while others wait. And that's the difference you need to understand if you want to live different. Because while most people are sitting around talking about what they want, making plans they never act on, telling themselves stories about why now isn't the right time, the ones who win are the ones who get up and take action, even when they are scared, even when they don't have it all figured out, even when they know they might fail. And that's why they move ahead while everyone else stays stuck. Because action is what separates the people who live their dreams from the people who only talk about them. And you need to ask yourself if you want to be the person who waits, or the person who moves. Because your future will not wait for you to feel ready. It will reward you for taking action now. Life rewards those who jump, not those who stand at the edge forever. And you need to picture yourself right now standing at the edge of your dreams, looking over, thinking about all the things you want, all the goals you keep talking about. But you never take the leap because you're scared of falling, scared of failing, scared of what people will say. And while you stand there waiting, life is passing you by. Opportunities are passing you by, and you are wasting your chance to build the life you say you want. But those who win, they jump, they take the risk, they move when it's uncomfortable, they fail and get back up, they learn and keep going. And that's why they grow while others stay stuck. So you need to decide if you will spend your life standing at the edge, or if you will jump and give yourself a chance to fly. What's one thing you've been waiting to start? Why not now? And I want you to think about it honestly. That goal you keep putting off, that dream you keep saying you will start one day, that habit you know you need to build, that step you know you need to take. and ask yourself why you are waiting. What story you are telling yourself that makes you believe you can't start. Because every day you wait is a day you could be building, a day you could be learning, a day you could be growing. And the truth is, you don't need to have it all figured out to start. You just need to take the first step. And once you take that step, you will figure out the next. So ask yourself right now, what's that one thing? And why not start today? Action kills fear. Every step forward destroys hesitation, and if you are feeling stuck, overwhelmed, afraid, the best thing you can do is take action. Even if it's a small step, even if it's imperfect, because fear grows stronger the longer you wait. Hesitation builds the more you stand still. But the moment you take a step, you weaken that fear. You show yourself that you can move, you can grow, you can handle the discomfort. And with every step, you build strength, you build courage, you build proof that you are capable. And this is how you break free from the fear that is holding you back. Not by thinking about it, not by waiting until you feel ready, but by taking action, because action is what transforms fear into strength, hesitation into progress, and dreams into reality. Take small, consistent steps. You don't need to see the whole staircase, and this is what you need to remember when your goals feel big, when the path feels overwhelming, because you don't need to have every step mapped out. You don't need to see the entire journey to take the first step. You just need to start with what you can do today, and then do it again tomorrow, and the next day, because those small daily steps will add up. They will build your strength, they will build your skills, they will build your confidence, and before you know it, you will look back and see how far you have come, not because you had it all figured out, but because you decided to take one step at a time. So stop waiting for the perfect plan, and start taking small steps today. Your future belongs to those who move, not those who wait. And you need to understand that your life will be shaped by your actions, not your intentions, not your plans, not your wishes, but by what you actually do. And while others wait for the right time, for the fear to leave, for someone to give them permission, you can decide to move. You can decide to take action, to show up, to do what needs to be done, and that decision will separate you from the crowd, because your future is built by movement, by steps taken, by action. And the question you need to ask yourself is, am I willing to move, or will I keep waiting and watch my future pass me by?